Hey y'all, Jamie here. I am back with another HEB grocery haul because, yeah, why not? So this week, actually this is for, I'm hoping 2 weeks, plus I stocked up on chicken because it was on sale. This week we have my son's favorite fruit snacks, these Annie's gummy bunny things. He really likes these. I, of course, have my coffee. Definitely cannot live without that. Well, probably could, but it'd be miserable. I have my celery. I'm going to be making some homemade granola bars. So I have a couple of different kinds of chocolate chips and of course my oatmeal. I buy my oatmeal in bulk just because it's cheaper. So that's how I do that one. I have my son's favorite ice cream, which I promised him. I've really been wanting some ham and Swiss sandwiches, so I picked up some baby Swiss. I ran out of Dijon mustard, and I actually use Dijon mustard quite often, so I had to pick up some of that. I've got some buttermilk that I'm going to be putting into the freezer biscuits, which by the time you see this, then I have my milk, the chickens, the chicken breast, chicken legs, whole roasting chicken. I have my my nacho cheese. It's Mexican style blend. And then my Black Forest ham. My son loves these particular hamburger patties, so when they have them in stock, I try and get them. Of course, I always need more butter. And we've got our favorite breakfast links. Our eggs. This is a local farmer that we love their eggs from. I got two different kinds of hamburger buns because if I bought this one, I got this one for free, so I'll put both of these in the fridge and then use them as needed. And then I ran out of honey earlier today, so I have our honey. And then my son loves tuna salad, but he likes it with this relish in it, so we've got the relish going on. And then back here are the non-food items. So I got some more freezer gallon bags, our laundry detergent, allergy season is upon us, so tons of Kleenex. And then I absolutely love these Sponge Daddies and these Scour Daddies, so I got some of those as well. And that is it. Thank you guys. Hey everyone, you have just seen the grocery haul that I just did at HEB, and now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that big, beautiful, nearly 7-pound chicken. And then I put it in cast iron and it's even heavier. I'm actually going to be making a rotisserie chicken in the oven. Now, until about 2 years ago, I thought you had to have a rotisserie to make a rotisserie chicken. So I was buying my rotisserie chickens at the big box stores or at my local grocery store and spending way too much. Oven's preheated. But then I discovered that you could actually make it in the oven, and it is super yummy, and you can control the spices. So if you want to change out some spices, you can, and if not, that's okay too. So I have written down what I used the last time that I like the most, and so I'm going to go ahead and get all of that out. We're going to go with avocado oil, sweet paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, thyme, salt, and pepper. It's really easy. We're actually going to make a paste, and we're going to rub it all over this chicken and make it really yummy. So over here in my spice drawer, my thyme, what else did I say? Thyme and onion powder. My garlic powder's up there with the salt and pepper. Okay, paprika. Salt, paprika, garlic. I buy my garlic powder in bulk from Amazon. I really like this brand. It comes in a huge bag though, so I keep it mostly in the fridge and then just take some out when I need it. And ground black pepper. Oh, and I need to get my avocado oil. I like the avocado oil because it stands up really well to the higher heat for most of the things that I do. If you only have olive oil, that works too. I just prefer avocado oil just because it is a high heat oil, but really any oil that's a higher heat oil you should be really good with. Now one thing I do, now remember we are a paper towelless home. We don't have paper towels. We don't have paper napkins. I have 100% cotton tea towels that I use to dry my chicken, get it dry. This will immediately go down there into my bucket, and then from there it will immediately go into the washer when I finish this to be sanitized. I sanitize all of my kitchen towels that I use just as a matter of principle. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that your chicken is dry. Don't freak out. Again, this is getting sanitized. So we're just going to pat it dry as much as we can. I forgot to put on my gloves, so I'm going to wash my hands here in a minute and put on my gloves because I don't want to handle the chicken and then handle everything else, of course. So food safety is food safety. I say that and then I just flopped this over onto that, so now I have to sanitize that jar. That is okay. All right, I'm gonna put this over here in my sanitizing bucket. Wash my hands real fast. Okay. So how is everyone doing today? I am having an unusual day. I don't know, it's been kind of crazy this morning. My kiddo woke up super hyper, which, full disclosure, that is not completely unusual, but he has kept me on my toes this morning. If you have kids, you probably have days where you relate to that. If you have multiple kids, you probably have a lot of days where you relate to that. We only have one, and he's currently outside playing with friends, and I hope he runs off a lot of energy. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, I forgot to grab out my bowl. One second. See, this is why I have gloves. Okay, bowl. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons-ish of avocado oil. Totally not measuring that out, just going, yeah, that's 1. It's about 2 tablespoons. We're making a paste, and then we're gonna spread this paste all over the chicken. Now, the way I have the chicken oriented right now in my pan, breast side down, because I'm gonna do the back first. That way I can flip it over, do the breast, the legs, give it a good massage everywhere, and then get it into my 425-degree oven. This size chicken's probably gonna cook for about 90 minutes. I will have a meat thermometer that I check for doneness after about the hour and 15-minute mark. I'll start checking and I'll baste it as we go. All right, then I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of paprika in. You would think at this point I would know to just have everything out, but no. Where is the fun in that? I forgot I can't use my big 2 tablespoon scoop in that. But I can use my 1 tablespoon and do it twice. So what are some of your favorite recipes that you like to make? Do you have any favorites that you make like on a regular basis? Chicken is definitely a family favorite over here. We do fish sometimes, more shrimp than anything if we're doing seafood. Get my onion powder. Thyme. I'm one of those cooks that like to start with everything on one side and then move it to the other as I'm done. That way I know that I've included what I need to include. If you have savory seasoning, you can use savory instead of thyme. I don't really keep savory seasoning. There's a seasoning called savory. I don't really keep it in my rotation because I generally just use a lot of other things instead. But you can certainly substitute savory for thyme if you have that. Or if you don't have thyme or savory, I have used oregano in a pinch. This seasoning really, I mean, just kind of make it your own. I already did the paprika. It's in the wrong spot. We're just going to mix this around. I'm not going to use this spoon for anything else at this moment, so it can totally just mix around this seasoning paste and be fine. One of the reasons why I like to use gloves when I'm doing this is because this has got so much paprika in it that your hands turn a very bright shade of brownish, reddish, orange. Basically, it looks like paprika. And I find that if my hands are even the least bit dry, meaning I haven't used enough lotion lately, then it really like soaks in. It becomes lotion because you've got all of this avocado oil in here, so it's moisturizing as it goes. So I personally prefer to use gloves when I'm doing this. Now, one of the reasons why I like to use my cast iron to do this is because it crisps up the skin a bit and it just makes it super yummy. And like I said, once this goes into the oven, you're gonna wanna baste it, at least once, maybe twice. But I usually baste it around the halfway point of when I think it'll be done, giving it a good massage here. Make sure you get into all the like right under the wings and all of that before you turn it over, because you want to make sure that you're getting this good yummy seasoning everywhere. And then I'm going to be making some home fries later to go with this. Now, my son is not a fan of potatoes, but his dad and I are. So we are going to be eating potatoes with this later. I'm going to flip this over. And then we're going to get it really good on the breast. Kind of get around the neck. It's at this point I'm questioning, did I remember to remove the giblets? Hold on. I am so sorry. Oh, I did not. How embarrassing. You know what? These will be, I'm going to freeze these obviously. And these will be super good in bone broth. 1 second. I just washed up a bowl, now I gotta wash it again. Okay. Now, back to our massaging of the chicken. Now, great debate. Should you trust your chicken? Should you not trust your chicken? I have an orange arm. I usually trust my chicken if I have put vegetables inside, because sometimes to help keep it moist depending on what I'm using it for, I'll put in like half an onion or some old celery or something like that, and I will usually truss it then. When I'm just doing rotisserie chicken like this, I usually don't truss it. I mean, I think it's kind of, hey, pickle. What are you doing, crazy girl? Sit. Stay. You. This is not for you. No. Stay out of my sanitizing bucket. That is not for you either. Oh, goodness sakes. This dog keeps me on my toes. If my kid isn't keeping me on my toes, the dog is. I told you she's my shadow, but right now I'm sure she smells the chicken. All right, that looks really good. Let's see if I can get these off without getting all gross here. Ah, perfect. All right, I am going to put this in my 425 degree oven for, like I said, it's probably gonna take about an hour, 15 minutes, maybe an hour and a half to cook. But let's take a look at how beautiful this looks. See, beautiful. And then we will come back and I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to hit like and subscribe to see more videos from my channel and to be notified every time I upload a new one. Have a great rest of your week. Bye!